I mean, for years as an oil painter, I was always trying to find just the right medium that would make my work go faster, or make my work glow in a certain way, or allow me to create the images that I had in my head. And I never got there. And it's not great for your eyes being that close to the computer all day, but it has so many possibilities for me and doesn't seem limited, although it must be. It doesn't seem limited. In this new process, it's much more conscious, and it fluctuates between being on the computer and hand painting. I mean, it might be that I come across a visual that just sparks something, or I really like this part of the face. So I start with that, and then I will go into the computer and I'll scan in new images from other sources and see if I can make that puzzle come together. At some point during that process, I print it out on like an 8x10, and print it out on paper that I can paint on. For the metaphor series, I use many sources. One of the inspirational sources are historical paintings, say from the Renaissance period. I've always loved the way they painted, knew I would never paint that way, but I just love what they do. And the more I studied their work, the more I wanted to get closer and closer to the detail quality of their work. And that's a quality that I felt I wanted in my own work. So that's the beginning of my inspiration for that series. I have no interest in copying someone else's work, but I love taking little segments of reproduction and incorporating into one of my pieces. The other series that I've done with Spaces Places has been inspired totally from Ireland. When I first went to Ireland, everyone thought I was just going to go and be a tourist and look at all the castles. And what I found was that it was the ruins that interested me, not just the castles. And the castles that had been renovated didn't interest me at all. The castles that were just as they were, the structures that the Irish are ashamed of because they haven't fixed them up, it's those structures that have so much soul to me, and they're everywhere. Well, when I do these puzzle pieces of putting things together, I put things together that don't seem like they would go together. And figuring out how they merge is exciting because it creates it's not a merge anymore, it's a new image. It's a new image that can lead to a new concept, that can lead to a new thought, that could branch off into something else, or something that I've read, or something that I've seen, or, sparks something that I've found in one of my art history books that I would like to incorporate into this piece. It's certainly not linear. It's just like this big, huge dictionary of pictures, images, and ideas that are at my disposal that I can then assemble. In my process, it's all camouflage. It's all experimentation and turning into something better than what I started with. Deceiving the eye, I guess. As far as people not knowing this is digital, like I said, I had an allergic reaction to just digital, to using digital at all. So the more I can transcend the medium, the happier I am. I really feel that I'm on the cusp of something new. I mean, it may not be new. Maybe thousands of artists are working this way, but for me it's totally new. And I'm just going to push it as far as I possibly can, and we'll see where it goes.